Hey there, all you newsletter subscribers. I wanted to record this exclusive Loom for you on exactly how to set up this automation to merge tickets without an app. This could save you a lot of money if you currently have an app, but could also save you a lot of time if you don't have an app and have a use case for this. So I'll walk through this exact automation, and I'll also provide a JSON file that you could directly upload. That way you don't have to actually configure this stuff yourself. So really quickly to walk through, all I'm going to do is pull up the first two tickets that I actually want to merge. So one of these I'm going to be merging into the other. The first step is to go to your automations and create a brand new rule from scratch. And this is going to be a manually triggered automation. So we're going to add manually triggered as the triggered, and then we're going to prompt the user for specific input when this is run. So we're going to add a short text into here. We'll give this field a name. I'm just going to call it key to keep things very simple. And really the point of this is to get the key that we're going to be merging into the new ticket with. Because when we automate this, Jira won't know the context or the information of the new key that you're going to be want to be merging into. So default value we can skip. We'll make sure that this is required, and we'll set a variable name. I'm just going to set item key. And then we're going to be able to use this little variable here, which I will just copy and save for later. This variable is going to allow us to use this input in the automation later when we actually search for the correct issue with JQL. So that's pretty much it. That's going to trigger and kick off this entire automation. The next step, I'm going to just drop a really quick comment here. And that comment is just going to say something very simple along the lines of comment on work item. This was marked as duplicate. You'll receive updates on, and then I just said open or pretty much just a smart value for issue key. That way you could click on it directly, go to the new issue that or work item. It's still issue for the smart values, but you could directly go to the new one if you wanted to get there really quickly. The next thing is to make sure that we run a transition and close out the current work item. So transition work item, and I'm going to make sure I'm pulling the correct status. So resolve completed is the one that I need. So I'm going to just search for completed. And this may look different in your environment, so I suggest quickly looking on the ticket, making sure you have the ability to transition, number one, and number two, what that status name is. If you don't have the ability to transition, you might need to make some changes to your workflow to make sure it's actually possible. So now we're going to add a comment. We're going to automatically resolve. And now we need to create two really quick variables so that we could pull over key information for later. So I'm going to just type in and search for variable. And what we're going to do is pull in essentially the description of the old work item into the new one. So we're going to save this for later. Again, we're not doing anything with this piece. It's just going to be saved and indexed for later. And what we're going to be pulling is the issue dot description. And this is just going to save the description of the work item that we've triggered this on. That way we could paste it into the new work item later. And we'll just give it a quick name. I'm going to use something simple like original issue description. Can't use dots or dashes in here. It's just text. So use something like this. And then we'll be using this particular smart value for the automation later. We'll create one more variable. So same exact process. And this one is going to be for the reporter. And I'll show you why in a little bit, but you definitely want this. So I'll name this reporter and issue.reporter. That's the one I need. And now we've cached the description and the reporter. Next, we need to find the new work item that is going to be receiving all of this information and add the updates there. So I'll add a quick component. I'll add a branch next, and then we'll do a branch rule with related work items. And we will just go and find JQL in this list. Perfect, JQL. And next, all we need to do is type in a JQL that will pull the exact information that we need to find our ticket. So key equals item key, since that's what we grabbed here. And again, all you have to do is, that's actually the wrong one. So I'm going to copy it directly from here, put it into key equals item, user input dot item key. There we go. Now all we have to do is update our ticket with the new information. So I'm going to edit the work item. And this is going to be this new one that we've just pulled up with JQL. First thing I'm going to do is I'll probably edit the linked issues first, since that's kind of the most critical piece. So the next thing I'll add is obviously that description that we chatted about. And then I will also add one more item, which is going to be the request participant who is now, or the request participant who used to be the reporter. That way, in case there are different reporters, we just merge them all together and everybody has access to the ticket. All right, so for linked issues, all we have to do is add the particular linked type. So I'm going to say just duplicates or duplicated by. Duplicates, trigger work item, that's exactly what we need. Next is the description. So we're going to want to add the smart value for the description here first. The reason we're going to do that is so that it doesn't overwrite the original one, description, and remove all the data from the new ticket. So we'll add in pretty much, or we'll paste in that same description from before or from the current ticket. And then what we'll do is add in the new description, which is right here. And I'll just copy and paste that smart value into the new description. I might even add a little title here for, and I'll make it bold, which I just add a star to, and I'll say merged, and add another star, and we're good to go. It'll pull all the information over to here. Request participants, this is the last thing, and all I have to do is literally enter in the smart value that we've created for reporter, copy, and paste, and add the smart value, and we're good to go. Now I have to turn this on, and I'm gonna name this something very simple that is gonna be very easy to understand, like merge this ticket. That way it's super easy to know that when you click on this, it's merging this ticket, not the ticket that you're merging into. That way it's not confusing. And I'll go ahead and turn this on. Now let's go ahead and run a quick test. All we have to do is go here, merge this ticket, enter in the ticket number. So it's gonna be ITO-9603, and continue. Let's just make sure that everything runs correctly inside of our audit log and troubleshoot any errors we may come across. Beautiful, everything ran, everything merged, and now this ticket is automatically completed. Resolution is not set, that's something I need to take a look at in the workflow. We have the linked issue added, we have a comment added, and let's check the updated one. Again, the link is added right here. The description, which merged immediately all of our current description and new description. Our request participants are updated. Everything is good to go, and now we don't need a plugin. This could easily save you like $10,000 to $50,000 a month, depending on the size of your organization. So hopefully this helps. Again, I will give you the exact JSON file to just upload this automation if you'd like. All you have to do is go to your automation list, and then on the top right, click the three dots, and that's not the correct place, but one second. There should be a place to upload these. I think it's in the global automation. You might have to go here. Let's see, should be in here. And then three dots on the top right. There we go, import rules. And then you literally just upload the JSON and you're good to go. Again, you might need to make some changes on, if I head back to that automation, on tweaking where the statuses go. Other than that, it should be pretty much ready to go. So I'll pull this up, user input, that's okay. So destination status might need to be tweaked. Other than that, you should probably check the rule details, make sure the scope is in the correct projects or it's global, and you should be good to go. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and more than happy to help if you get stuck at any point. Thanks. Real quick, I know this looks like a lot, and if you'd rather just have me and my team help implement exactly what I'm showing you in this video, that is exactly what we do. We're currently opening up 4 more slots for our Jira strategy. We only run 4 of these per month. If you're interested, hit the first link in the description below.